Hey folks, this is Z-Man with Kedesh Farm. Out here on this beautiful morning on December the 28th, and just wanted to show you my beautiful field of broom sedge. It is a work in progress. It was kind of, well, I would say it was almost like this when we first bought the property, but it was a lot taller. I feel that the work that we've done thus far, putting down lime and rotating our cow, the one single cow way out there, has paid off, and I'll show you some areas where it has paid off, but it's kind of hard to get a lot of litter and manure and all that stuff on the ground when you have just one cow. I'm so happy that we didn't go and purchase a whole bunch of other cows, bring a bunch of livestock, because this year was one of the worst drought that I've ever seen, at least me being in Tennessee. And it rocked our world down here in the area that I'm in. A lot of farmers had no grass. Matter of fact, this is what all the fields look like. And it was just bad. So I'm kind of glad that we didn't buy cows. We ended up having to feed hay in July and August and September for sure, just because there was absolutely no grass. This is a field that I've been working on since we bought the property. When I did my soil sample, when I was getting my soil samples, I did not do a good job. Instead of me going all over this entire field, I mostly concentrated in this area down here. And I think after taking some classes, I should have did a better broad sample of the entire area. But I could say some of the rotational grazing and unrolling hay has paid off. The ground is beginning to look better. I noticed when I cut my fire lanes, because I will be burning some of this and putting seed up before spring, I've noticed there is a bit of green that is trying to sprout up now that we have some moisture coming, because it was so dry. Anytime it would rain, there was no sign that it rained, because the ground would just immediately suck it up. But kind of show you some of the areas that is doing pretty good with the hay that I unrolled, like right here. I mean, it's starting to get some organic matter on the ground, and I'm okay with that. It's a work in progress. I'll take you to another area. Whenever you see an open space and no broom sedge, that's usually a sign that that is where some hay was unrolled, and it has a nice little decent mat that is preventing the broom sedge from growing, but also is decaying and adding more soil life. I did, after I cut these strips, I did put some seed down, just some old seed that I had, hope and pray. We just had a decent rain the other day. Here it is. And this is a nice open area. You can see some of the seed that I have on the ground. But you can see where I unrolled the hay. And look at that. That is beautiful. That's what I'm looking for right there. I know it's a work in progress, and I'm willing to get it going for our livelihood. I'll take you to another area. So I got strips cut all the way down. I got my lanes already, my rotational plots already set aside for her, but not really know where to rotate it other than move it to a different spot and put hay out. I was unrolling hay, and just due to my job and just being busy, it's been a lot harder to unroll hay. So I've been here lately just bale grazing. Just put a bale out and let her graze it and go out, and I'm going to use a drag to spread the hay out a little bit. So it's a little more green in this area. I'll take you down this way. So it's looking better. I think I would have been a lot farther ahead if we would have had rain this summer. I know for a fact I would have, because I put out a lot of seed, from the hay that I purchased last year. But it's just, if you don't have water, you're not going to have any kind of growth at all. I have some rows already set aside for her in these different plots that I have set up. It's not a plot. That's thinking deer term, because I just got done deer hunting. These different stations, feed stations, that's not the word I'm looking for either. I woke up at 4:30 this morning, so I'm not really thinking too well. Here's another spot where that's manure. Look how nice and dark that is. I know when we first bought this property, there were no worms at all. I couldn't believe it. At least I couldn't see them. Now we're starting to see worm activity. Take you over to where she has demolished a roll of hay. Like in this area here, notice a lot of green underneath. That may be a bundle of fescue, which I'm okay with some fescue. She's actually doing a pretty darn good job with this. I will have to come in and spread it out a little bit. Like I said, I'll take a drag, a harrow, and spread this out so it won't be so matted up in one area. But I'm gonna keep a decent mat just because I need to get rid of this broom sedge. This area here, I probably will not burn because I don't want to burn up my hay that I just put out. She bell grazed over here, and she's actually, to be a single cow, look at all that manure. She's doing pretty good. I put seed out. I have some gamma grass seed that my wife graciously went and found on the side of the road, and we put it in her manure patch. Just gonna let nature take its course. I would love for this to be our warm season field. I call it soggy bottom because when we first bought the property, this area here stayed with water sitting on top. I feel because of rotational grazing and just putting more organic matter onto the ground, I feel that the ground is now able to absorb the moisture and hold it. But of course, we just recently are recovering from a drought. I'll tell you more once we are back up to normal levels when it comes to rain. But I feel this is an area that I just moved her from. I feel that we're not going to have water sitting on top of the ground anymore. The water will be able to infiltrate the ground, and the ground will be able to maintain it and use it for future use. This is another area that I had her bell grazing, and she is not wearing a halter the correct way. She hates that thing. So I wanted to give you guys an update on some of the things that we're doing out here. But I do have a lot of green grasses that are growing. I couldn't believe it. Now that we have rain. So I feel if we would have had adequate rain this summer, which that's kind of hard at times in the south, this field would be in a lot better shape than what it is right now. But I'm not happy with where I'm at, but I'm enjoying the process along the way because I know what needs to be done, and I'm learning each and every day what needs to be done to get us to that level. But I'm so glad that we didn't go out and purchase a whole bunch of cows because we'd probably be in some trouble feeding a whole lot more hay, and it just would have been a mess. The girl is looking good. It's supposed to be a nice cold day tomorrow, so I want to make sure that she had adequate hay, and I gave her a little bit of treat. This is Z-Man, and I'm out.